Oh, what a fish that is. Oh, right up against the log there. Hey everyone, today I'm fly fishing on Melbourne's beautiful Yarra River. I've come up to the upper sections where the water's nice and clear. We got some beautiful fast flowing runs and there are plenty of opportunities to chase brown trout on dry flies and nymphs. So as usual, I've got two rods rigged up when I'm on the river here. My first one's my dry fly rod. That's my 9-foot 4-weight. I'm gonna have a single dry on that just for any of the nice shallow flat water or if we see some fish rise. And then I've got my longer 11-foot 3-weight, which is my nymphing rod. And as you can see, there's a lot of nice broken water around me, which is perfect for nymphing. So that's what I'll use in that stuff. All right, I'm just gonna throw, I've got a little CEC caddis here. Just gonna throw the single dry up this little inside edge just before I wade through it all, because I'm gonna be wading up through here to fish into that stuff on the other side. So I thought there's no harm in just making a few drifts up there. It won't take long. By fishing up this edge first, I'm not going to be ruining any of the water I'm going to fish out in the middle. And it's amazing how sometimes the browns are just sitting so tight up to the edge. Oh, it looks beautiful up there. As my line ticked off that grass, all the caddis just came out. Geez, that's a beautiful little edge. That's okay. No harm in spending a couple of minutes just to make a few drifts up, just to rule it out. And it always gives you a good read on what the river's going to do, because sometimes you'll do this, fish comes up and eats the dry beautifully, and you go, I could probably fish the dry, you know, all over the whole river and they'll eat it. All right. Line this one up. All right, so here I've got rigged up 2 nymphs. In my setup, I've got a little pheasant tail on the top dropper, pink tag on the point. When I fished this area heaps when I was at uni, I loved the pink tag. Like, it was one of the first, you know, more aggressive style of nymphs I fished. And I've always loved the pink tag ever since then, especially here. It's gonna work through a lot of this stuff. It looks quite nice. We'll move our way up. I'll make a few drifts through the really fast broken stuff, but I'm expecting the fish to be in the slacker edges, like you can see all that amazing water over there. But there's enough of a slack little middle seam here that it may hold one in there. And likewise, where I threw the dry, could always be one up here that didn't want to eat the dry today. The one thing about the Upper Yarra as a brown trout fishery, or just a fishery in general, in my experience, is it's consistently patchy and inconsistent. So you don't need to stress if you're not catching them, you know, in one run, because sometimes they aren't there or they don't eat, and you jump up into the next run and go bang, bang, bang. So kind of trust your process and how you're fishing. Just keep ticking through the water, and the chances always seem to come in this place. Swing some flies out through there. Looks so good in there. Yeah. Oh, what a fish. What a great fish. Geez, that's a good brown. Oh, very nice and gentle. That is a belter. Right in that water we talked about, that softer stuff. Look at this brown. Oh, got you. Oh, that is a cracker. What a sensational brown trout that is. Look at that. That is a tank. Little pheasant tail in the side of the mouth. What a fish. That was like the perfect example of, you know, what this river can be like. Fish up here, up the edge there, no fish there. Fish the lovely pocket there, no fish, no fish. Up there, you know, a beautiful one. So my experience is if you just tick through the water, keep fishing consistently well, and then, you know, the chances present. It's so good. All right. Let's see if maybe there's another fish up through here. All right. Lovely slack bit of water created by that rock with all the current tumbling over it. There's one. Oh yeah. Nice little jumping brown. Just out of that little seam over there behind the grass. Oop. Thank you, matey. Alright, gonna sneak across through this stuff to fish that nice slack bit over the back there. Actually deceptively shallow here. It looks deep just because it's so dark. Come on, there's got to be a fish somewhere as this current begins to tail out like that. Oh my gosh, that's a really good one. Oh, that's bigger than the first one. No way. Oh, geez, that is a great fish. You can just tell by the way it stayed down. Oh, what a belter. You've got to see this fish. Right at, oh, it just pinged off. It's just down there and my nymph's on the rock up there. Oh, that sucks. Broke my dropper off. Wow, that was a big fish. Oh, that hurts so much. Oh. Oh no. Alright, well hopefully we can redeem ourselves in some of this lovely water here. Again, I'll make a few drifts for all this shallower stuff here, but I think the best water is going to be far side there in that deepest slot. Oh, that fish was on the recast as I was just flicking up and moving on one of the inside pockets. It's a nice fish, although it's about half the size of the one we just lost, but thank you, mate. Nice brown. Does make me wonder if that one was shallow, will any be up in this stuff for a dry fly maybe? Look at that top left corner where it comes over the rocks. There's that beautiful bubble line coming down it. That has to be the spot. Yeah. Oh, it's just come off. Exactly that spot. Just that beautiful bubble line seam. All right, the dry is going to get a run here. Just up through all this nice shallow stuff. Because you never, oh, I think I saw a rise out in the middle actually. Just because, you know, this is the sort of stuff where they may eat it, that shin to knee deep, slightly off-paced water. Come on, someone through this little bit is gonna eat it. It's hard, it's always hard judging depth on this river because it is quite dark. Oh, get off that current. Yeah, it is always hard judging depth, so especially if you're gonna catch them on the dry in deep water, you've often got to give them quite a long drift. Well, I couldn't get these fish here to eat the dry fly for me. So I'm going in with a nymph, even though I fished a dry all over it. The good thing about that is, you know, with such a long leader and the water is fairly broken here, you're not really going to spook them like that. And it's just come off. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, that hopefully proves the point. You know, fishing it through with a dry first isn't going to ruin it if you want to nymph it afterwards. Bugger, why did you come off, mate? Got you. Another one. Yeah, well, that really hopefully shows you that, you know, the good thing about fishing the dry through first through all of this is that you can, one, catch them on the dry, and if you don't, it's okay, you won't really have spooked the fish, and you can go in after and catch them on a nymph like this fish Ooh. On the pink tag there. Oh, what a fish that is. Oh, right up against the log there. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a river. This place is crazy. And check out, chill out, mate, you're okay. How good the condition on these fish is. You gonna open your mouth? Come on. Gotcha. Thanks, mate. That's so funny how they just like will not open their mouth for you. Geez, that fish was so tight to the log over there, just in this little depression. All right. This all looks a bit swirly and quick for my liking. So I'm going to fish the little soft bits that I can see, and then surely that far side. If it's not too, sheetrocky over there, hopefully that far side will be good. It's very bedrocky. The problem with that is it means there's very little, well, there are very little breaks from the current in that sort of water. And it also is extremely challenging to wade because there's nowhere for you to get your footing. Come on. Looks so good in there. Gotcha. Oh, right after the little like animation just on the recast. It was jig, 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 then strike and recast, and it was there. And the flies popped out beautifully. Thank you, matey. Well, I'm all wrapped up there, de-rigging by the car. That was a super fun little session. I only ended up fishing for about probably 90 minutes there. And as you would have seen, the nymphing was really good. But what I can't get my head around right now is just how the dry fly fishing was not good at all. And I gave it a lot of goes. Like every new bit I came to, I threw the dry through first to see if I could get one to come up and eat it. And they didn't. And I could go into that spot afterwards and catch them on the nymph, as you saw. So super interesting. You know, that could be for a range of reasons. Could be weather, the type of water I was fishing. The water was quite complex and fast in areas, so you never know. But so much fun. I hope you enjoyed watching that and learned something by seeing how I fished that. As always, don't forget there are links to the gear I was using. That's in the description below. Check that stuff out. My Orvis dry fly and nymphing rod there, the lines, the reels, all of that. Don't forget there are links to the flies that I was using as well. You can purchase those ones. I just fished a pink tag nymph and a hotspot pheasant tail the whole time. As you saw, caught plenty of fish, so that was great. And if you're interested in guiding, coaching, attending any of my clinics, go to my website, check all the information out there. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next video.